The king of the jungle, reduced to a circus sideshow, held for sport, petting, and even hunted for its fur and teeth, a practice called captive breeding, has left conservationists fuming.
We are vehemently opposed to the captive breeding of lions. In fact, we're vehemently opposed to any situation in which wildlife is kept captive for any reason, especially financial gain. And the problem with captive lion breeding is that lions are exploited from the time they are first born.
They say the problem is endemic.
It's where these animals are mass bred. So if you want to imagine a concentration camp for animals, that is the only thing that I can compare it to. And these the lions are mass bred, so they will have cubs. The cubs are then taken away anything between 3 hours to 3 weeks old from the mother, and they are then raised by volunteers in various volunteering facilities, where the volunteers are attracted to come and look after these cubs because they put out the messages that these cubs have been abandoned. So come and help us raise these poor lion cubs. And they pay thousands of dollars to be able to come and hand rear these cubs.
Key policies and legislation regarding lions, elephants, leopards and rhinoceros has made the practice illegal.
Before 2018, there was an enormous amount of pressure on government from NGOs, international communities, and so on, about captive breeding of lions. And when I say captive breeding of lions, it's the raising of lions, it's as well as the hunting of lions, as well as both trophy hunting and exporting of the bones, or what we call the lion derivatives.
But it's a multi-million rand industry that unregulated breeders don't want to let go of.
A huge money-making industry in South Africa, and incredibly sad because the animals are never just allowed to be animals. They're constantly being touched. Imagine if it was your child being ripped away from you at 3 weeks old, and people pay to come into your home and constantly stroke and touch your children.
The allure of hunting big game undermines the efforts to protect such wildlife.
There's another side to it, which is the canned hunting and trophy hunting. So a lot of the animals aren't put back into the breeding facilities, but actually end up being killed by a hunter by a bullet.
Regulation on the matter has been scattered, with the manpower to enforce them simply not being enough, thus making buy-in from the lion owners even slimmer.
The first problem that we have, it's a provincial competency, and the regulation, each province differs from one province to another. So it's not even regulations. That's the first thing. The second thing is sometimes these regulations get abused by the facility owners.
The department aims to find a win-win solution to the problem and have encouraged illegal breeders to register to get help to safely handing over their big cats.
We talk to the industry and the facility owners and say, would you like to voluntarily exit the industry? We know they're having pain at the moment. They're not allowed to export bones since 2019, and we've heard stories that this happens illegally.
But since the task team was set up, some lion breeders have resisted the move and simply refused to comply. They claim that relinquishing their lion stock will leave them bankrupt. Nozintombi Mia, SABC News.